Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am the Voice of Reason and I'm about to give a recap to you of Marriage Boot Camp Season 17, Episode 7. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Hazel and Devon. Hazel and Devon were not seen throughout the day. They were not able to do any of the exercises due to the fact that Hazel lost her baby. And I feel so bad because I've had a miscarriage before, and just having to mentally break that down, like, oh, what happened, and make sure you think about what happened, what did you do wrong, what could you have done right, the arguments, the stress, everything that was going on. So Dr. Ish allowed them to just stay in a room and just, I guess, absorb everything that happened and just be there for one another. So they didn't have to do any of the exercises. But Tahiri and Vado. Tahiri, of course, remains in the house by herself due to the fact that, let me just get started on Tahiri real quick, okay? Let me skip Tahiri. We're going to go to Phaedra. Phaedra and Medina, okay? They are an odd couple to me. I feel like she just got with him so that they can come back to reality TV. I don't really understand their dynamic on the show. Every time I do these reviews, I probably do one every other week because I'm really trying to get a feel for the show, but I still have yet to see any real life chemistry between Medina and Phaedra. So they're doing exercises where they do truth or dare, and Phaedra gets a truth, and her truth is, how many times have you had sex in a day? And Phaedra says she thinks 4. So I'm like, she plays this like outgoing role, but she's not an outgoing person with Medina. So it's kind of like weird. And Medina, he gets a dare where he had to reenact with an object to his right. So he's like, well, I need Phaedra to come here. So what he does is he sucks Phaedra's toes. Okay, my whole thing about that is not about the toes, because I hate feet, y'all. I hate feet. But my whole thing about this situation between Medina and Phaedra is, y'all, something needs to happen. Y'all need to get married. Y'all need to break up. Something needs to happen because, first of all, this show has been on for 7 days. 7 days. So I know one of my subscribers told me that they're just giving them the tools. It's not really therapy. So, I mean, that's understanding, being the fact that they're giving them the tools and it's not really being a therapeutic show. Because I'm like, how are they going to learn how to get through all this in 10 days? But whatever. So, yeah, whatever it is that Medina and Phaedra's going through, they need to get it together before day 10. We're going to move on to Shonda. And I keep forgetting. I drew a blank on his name. So, Shonda gets a dare. Her dare was that she had to go in the water fountain and dance in the water fountain. But she's like, I can't. She had to go dance in the water fountain with just her underwear on. And she's like, well, I'm not wearing any underwear, so I don't think I'll be able to do that, but I can dance. So she went and she danced, but what is his name? Hold on. Willie is his name. Okay, so Willie is upset about Shonda having to go do it. I don't think he's really upset. I just think that he's kind of jealous. And he doesn't want nobody looking at his woman. But I'm kind of confused because, Willie, bruh, you out here doing the do with 12 different women in the 12 years that you've been married to your wife. But you mad that she's dancing in front of you in the cast. She's not stripping, she's just dancing. So he felt some type of way. I'm kind of weirded out by that, but okay. So then Willie gets truth. And his truth was, have you ever had a threesome? He said yeah, with his wife and somebody else. Moving on. So we're going to Corrupt and Tony. I'm trying to remember. Corrupt, I can't remember what he said. that couple, they need to get off the show. To tell you the truth, Corrupt and Tony need to get off the show. I can't remember what he got, but Tony got Dare, and she had to reenact one of the couples in the house having sex. So she told Corrupt to come up, and she said, I'll reenact Phaedra and Medina, which, you know, Phaedra and Medina is not having sex. So therefore, she reenacted them, and everybody laughed. They got a good kick out of it. And I forget, but about the puppets. So I'm going to go back. So with the puppets, Willie and Shonda, I'm sorry, I'm itching. I just did my braids over again. Willie and Shonda, with their puppets, they just showed that in the beginning of the relationship that they were very adventurous. They did adventurous things. This whole episode was just about intimacy. So they had, said in the beginning of the relationship, they were very adventurous. But towards the end, after he started cheating, they were more like disconnected. Who else? Phaedra and Medina with their puppets. Phaedra had to reenact how she wanted to be treated, and Medina had to do the same thing. And then they had to swap puppets to see how he should treat somebody and how she as the man should want to be treated. Something like that. But like I said, they're very boring. They need to get off the show. So Tony and Corrupt, when they got their puppets, he said, well, how are you when it's time to get intimate? She lays her puppet down facing the wall. And then they're saying, well, Corrupt, what are you doing? So he gets his puppet. He's allegedly drinking. And just like, whatever, she wants to argue with me, you know, it's a problem. And she's like, you're cheating, blah, blah, blah. And they're yelling at each other. So I'm going to go to Harry and Votto. Votto's at the hotel right now. And Votto basically says that he wants the love that he is showing her, and she doesn't know how to show the love to him. So what he does is he goes off because that's the only way he feels like he's heard. And I understand that because a lot of us do that. A lot of us just think that we can yell and we can get physical with people. And I want to state this. I feel like last week when Tahiri and Votto got into it, Votto was very, very wrong. But I also want to stress the issue that Tahiri started it. There should be no reason why Tahiri is still in that house when she threw 2 apples, not fake apples, 2 real apples at this man's head. And nobody said anything. Nobody came to get her. Nothing. But he went and shook her. And everybody's like, oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God. And put him out the house. If it's going to be like that about violence, it needs to be equal. I also feel like when Devon pushed Willie, that was very aggressive. Like, Willie fell into the stove. Like, that was very aggressive. So if you're going to put anybody out the house, you need to go upstairs, pack Devon's bags, and get him up out of there too. But that's here nor there. Now, back to what I was saying. So they're talking to Tahiri, and Tahiri's saying, you know, she do want Votto to come back. She don't understand what's going on, well, why he's acting like that. He's never acted like that before. And they're just like, you know, they're not vibing, but they're just talking to each other, trying to get a real good understanding of how she's being treated. And so whenever they play the truth or dare, Tahiri has a truth, and they say, what is the one thing that you want to do? What's the one sex act you would like to do? And she says she wants to be a part of the Mile High Club, which is in the air, having sex in the airplane. With the little dummies, Tahiri says that she wants more foreplay. But also, Dr. Ish did say that foreplay for a woman starts at the morning. He's like, it never starts right before, it starts in the morning. He's like, so, you know, send a good morning text, tell her what you would like for her to be wearing, tell her how pretty she is. Basically, like, you're wooing your woman throughout the day to when you guys get together, come together, then you're ready. But I really feel like the show, I don't know why it's called Marriage Boot Camp whenever there's only one married couple in there, which is Shonda and Willie. My advice to you guys is, if you are in a marriage trust and communication is the main source to get you through anything. Get to know your spouse. One way me and my spouse get to know each other, we've been married for 11 years. We've been together for 12, 13. We've known each other for 13. We've been together for 12, and we've been married for 11. And the one thing that we do is we write down questions that I might want to know about him, questions that he might want to know about me. We throw them into a little glass and we pull them out, whether it's my question or his question, and we just be honest about the question. So I think that's a lot of things that couples need to do, is just really get to know each other, because throughout your marriage you are growing. Nobody should be the same. I remember being younger, and the one thing I heard the most in movies whenever a couple were getting a divorce was, you changed. And when you're in a marriage, you're going to change. It happens. You're going to grow. You're going to be different. That's what happens. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to grow. You're never supposed to be the same person that you married. If y'all got married at 18, today at 40, he's still not supposed to be the same guy that you married at 18. He's supposed to be a grown man. Okay? So I thank you guys for tuning into my channel. See you next time for the next review, which will be tomorrow, which is Life After Lockup. I might do it, I might not, depending on the episode. But I thank you guys for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And I am out.